Oh, the RNC is yelling at its candidate field to stop name calling. Well, why don't you just do a tweet directly to Rick Perry, calling another candidate cancer? Why don't you do that? So I retweeted. I did retweet it. It was a story from the Hill, and they said RNC to GOP field, stop the name calling. And I just tweeted Tammy to RNC, grow a pair. Are you like? Yeah, I also don't want them going after each other to the point that the left is the enemy. But my goodness, grow up and be freaking men. Do both. Do both if you have to. Show people what leadership is. Yeah, Reince Priebus said in an interview on Sunday that the GOP's presidential field must unite against Hillary Clinton. Let me just tell you how that also may be a mistake. You do not know that she will be the candidate. And that is getting, I told you, didn't I tell you? I said, I went on the record, I said she will not be the president. And all the more likely, I'm thinking she also will not be the nominee. But she will not be the president of the United States. But a Democrat maybe. I'm not saying it's not going to be the Democrats. I'm saying be careful what you wish for, RNC. So maybe you shouldn't be attacking her. Maybe you should just let that fall out. Yeah, he says they got to stop the name calling. It's got to stop from everywhere. He says it doesn't get it closer to beating Hillary Clinton. Oh, shut up. You don't even know what to do with Donald Trump. You can't even figure out internally what to do. And he's going on television. This is his other issue. I wonder, I think this is it. CBS this morning. RNC begs Trump to soften his tone. Let me see if this is like related to all this. Okay, here we go. Let's see if it's right.
It says presidential candidate Donald Trump is losing yet another business relationship over his comments about Mexican immigrants. World-famous chef Jose Andres is pulling out of a hotel-restaurant deal in Washington. Trump is also under fire over a report undocumented immigrants may be working at the construction site for that very same hotel.
This sounds like an old story.
The billionaire mogul is getting blunt advice from the head of the Republican National Committee. Juliana Goldman is at
this is so funny. That was old news about Washington. So they have to preface it with old news. Maybe the Jose Andres news is not old. Maybe that's new. But they have to, bring it up. Look, Donald Trump's finding out who his friends are, isn't he? Yes, he is. He's finding out who his friends are.
Construction site for the Trump International Hotel in Washington. Juliana, good morning.
Good morning. CBS News has confirmed that RNC Chairman Reince Priebus called Donald Trump on Wednesday to discuss his campaign rhetoric.
I think that is old. I think this is old. So the story I'm telling you now is not old. Yeah, this was new from Reince Priebus saying the name calling has got to stop from everywhere. Yes, he said just earlier today that the RNC is remaining neutral in the GOP race. Really? You know that only happened when they weren't able to destroy Trump. It was clear that everyone had marching orders to go after Trump. And I told you when they were doing that, you might want to be careful because it's the system and the establishment. I'll be talking all about that you're going to make him more popular. If your goal is to destroy him, you're doing it the opposite way. So suddenly now, freaking idiots, it's so obvious. Oh no, we're remaining neutral. Those freaking cowards. They decided that overestimating themselves, see, we have to apply this overall to their condition. This is bad news. When they can't figure out Donald Trump, how in God's name are they going to beat the Democrat nominee or anybody? Yeah, it doesn't get us any closer to beating Hillary Clinton. When there are that many people running, our role at the RNC is to remain neutral. It's also not our role to get too far in the weeds, calling balls and strikes and commenting on every comment. And we just want our folks to concentrate on what they should do to make our country better. So he's saying this on television, which is revealing to everyone, including the Democrats, that there's chaos at the RNC. There is no reason to do this on TV if you actually have a communication mechanism that goes to all of your candidates. And he's only saying this now because this is officially their acknowledgement that Trump survived. Everybody also hates that he survived because it tells everyone that you can say something about immigration and be taken out of context and things can happen with that. and you won't be destroyed. Right? You can have somebody pull up a 25-year-old divorce filing, alleging that you attacked your estranged wife, and people are not going to care about that either because we're sick and tired of it. Maybe. Remember, I've told you to be cautious about what you decide to dismiss. But some of the overall lessons are that the attacks that happen to people don't necessarily have to destroy you. They can only destroy you if you allow it to, if you respond in a way through retreat and collapse. So yeah, we're neutral. That's the biggest load of bullshit. Look, it was Romney, it was Perry, it was Graham, it was McCain, it was everybody. It was Rubio, it was everybody. It was Bush. Their intention was to use the left-wing tactics to destroy one of their own, but never to destroy anybody on the left. It's been one of my pet peeves about this. If they had done half of what they've done to Trump, to Obama, well, maybe there'd be a little less damage done to this country. So yeah, they're now, I look, it seems a little chaotic. Now this is in Trump's hands. Again, he's number one in the polls again, depending on how he handles the debate. And he says he's not a debater. He says, I want to be me. I don't think you can artificially prepare. He mentioned this the other day as well. I agreed with him that you can. I gave you, remember, the Reagan example about how being artificially prepared can ruin you. And here is a thing. This is a